Kai and Omnia have made many mistakes over their time on YouTube, and I could take a huge proportion of your time to go over all of those, but instead I decided to focus on one in particular that's been irking me for a long time, and something that I genuinely think needs to be discussed because of how little criticism it shows they can take, and how they try to fall back on many different techniques to excuse their behaviour by trying to take advantage of the claim that it's a double standard and many other things. So today I want to discuss that. I want to give my thoughts on it, explain to you kind of what's going on, and basically just use a bunch of your time to criticize them in hopes that they learn, improve, and maybe never do this again, because how they've acted here has been really inappropriate and really disrespectful to the people that support them, to see their favorite creator, I guess, acting so childish and acting exactly like the people they criticize. But before we begin, if you are new to the channel, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more videos just like this one. I make videos every single day on all the drama topics that you could possibly think of, so if you are new, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. You can also check out my Discord, which is growing astronomically, thank you so much, and my Twitter, which is almost at 2,000 followers. Thank you for all of your support, and if you haven't seen it already, Hopeless Peaches made a response to everything said against her, and it's really good. So if you want to get the full information on that and understand why Peaches really isn't the villain that people made her out to be, like I showed in my video about her, the Hopeless Peaches documentary, then go check it out. It's a good video. With that being said, I want to call out Kai and Omnia today for their complete lack of criticism in a situation involving a thumbnail that Omnia used for her channel, which was this thumbnail, which was a thumbnail using Hopeless Peaches' groomer video, where she discussed a traumatic experience as a thumbnail piece to, quote, show her disappointment in Peaches. Now, obviously, it depends on person to person and what that video actually means, but given that that video was such an emotional video for Peaches and represented something so serious in her life like grooming, it was a huge video for her, and for someone to take that and then use it to express their disappointment, to use a piece of art they used to express their disappointment in a groomer, is awful and obviously traumatic to a lot of people. And people like Peaches and many other people in her audience explained as much, and people like Malice and Macarons offered to make a new thumbnail completely for free for Omnia if she would just change it. However, Omnia continued to ignore that and ignore that and ignore that. I even brought it up to her and I asked her to change it, and she said that she wouldn't because Scritus, one of Peach's friends, had used the same art in one of his thumbnails. However, Omnia ignores the fact that Scritus's video was made to mock commentary channels that will bring up anything and act so bottom of the barrel awful to try and take someone down and attack people. Instead, Omnia did exactly what his video was mocking and used that piece of art and did the exact same thing that he was making fun of. Omnia doesn't realize that, and instead she tried to claim that it was a double standard because she couldn't even look into the point she was trying to make and the video she was referencing, showing that she had no knowledge of that video before she used this thumbnail, and as such she's trying to use that as an excuse despite the fact that it really shouldn't be, given the fact that she still used the thumbnail, and whether someone else did it or not doesn't matter. If someone doesn't appreciate you using that kind of thumbnail, it's the right thing to do to change it, especially when people are offering to change it for you, and many other people, including people in your audience, have discussed their distaste towards that thumbnail. But Omnia doesn't recognize that, nor does she care about that, because Peaches is someone she dislikes, and as such she doesn't show any sympathy to Peaches for this kind of distreatment. Given the fact that she has changed this though, I would like to bring significance to why she changed it, because it's obvious that Omnia has recognized that this thumbnail was wrong, or maybe she hasn't, maybe she's just changing it to avoid this hate that she's getting. I'll call it hate because that's the word she would use, and instead she decided just change it, get it out of the way, not bother with it. However, it concerns me the reason behind that, because she discusses that she only changed that thumbnail really because Scritus said they would change their thumbnail. Now, to me, firstly, this seems like a scapegoat. Secondly, this seems irrelevant given that Scritus's video was a completely different thing. And thirdly, she still shows no remorse over using this thumbnail in these tweets. as such, it kinda shocks me that she's trying to continue to excuse this thumbnail even though she's changed it. It's clear that Omnia just doesn't understand. She doesn't care. She thinks that there's nothing wrong with this thumbnail, but she's changing it just because she can't be bothered to listen to people complain about it anymore. And that's concerning. Omnia hasn't learned her lesson from this and would probably do the same thing again if she had the opportunity. And I disagree with that. I hugely disagree with that, and I disagree with how Kai, her boyfriend, has tried to defend her on that thumbnail, even going as far as to now make a video about said thumbnail, based on the fact that people on Twitter criticized him, even though when I asked him to speak about it privately several times, he refused because he didn't want to talk to me about it. But he does want to talk about me in a video in relation to it, where he features many other creators, some of which have spoke to me and explained to me what he's doing with this video. Now, it's very clear to me that Kai and Omnia are trying to do damage control against the people criticizing them by once again playing the Prism a Luke strategy and trying to get the first strike with some sort of video against me and Peaches to try and justify this thumbnail by defaming the people criticizing them, which is part of the two-quirk fallacy, as I've discussed with Luke, where you try to hit criticism at someone to negate the criticism they've given to you. It's a manipulative technique that a lot of people use to get out of any backlash. This thumbnail, whether you like it or not, wasn't okay, so for you guys to continue to excuse the usage of it is really concerning, and it's really painful to a lot of people that have had experiences with grooming. In the past, I myself have had experiences with grooming, and as such, I do take offense to you manipulating this thumbnail in this way, because it's very clear to a lot of people, including me, what that kind of connotation is, and it's shocking to see the kind of hatred that people like Peaches have received over your usage of that thumbnail. For example, in some of your comments, they are questioning her grooming now, its validity, and that really shows to me, if nothing else, that your thumbnail is having a negative impact on Peaches' grooming video, and as such, is putting a negative connotation on it and putting skepticism on Peaches' story. Now, Peaches' thumbnail and video is a vent piece, so to take someone's vent art, like for example, you just go on Twitter, grab someone's vent art and then stick that to the front of an exposed post about them, is terrible. You should never do that, and it hurts me to see you use this thumbnail, because it's painful to see the kind of pain that's obviously going to cause Peaches, because I can understand that kind of pain, and I understand that when you have some kind of video that's got so much meaning behind it to you, when people grab like a hammer and smash into it and mine away at it and destroy it and use it for their own self-gain to attack you, is terrible, and it's unacceptable. Whether you want to excuse it or not, this kind of usage of a thumbnail isn't okay, and I hope that you understand that, and I hope that now I've said that, you recognize that I'm not attacking you, because I don't hate either of you, but I am criticizing you. I am criticizing what you have done, and that's why I left Kai entirely out of my previous video, because I didn't want to have bias against you guys, based on the fact that me and Kai have argued in the past. I wanted to speak to you guys in private, and I've asked to over the past month or so, and every time you've refused or straight up ignored my DMs, or then caused a public scene about it where you tried to insult me, calling me a kid, etc, 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 a little man, all of that stuff, trying to put me down so that you feel like you're above me. The way you play this Kai and Omnia is kind of shocking, and genuinely, now I've said this, I hope you talk to me. I hope that you DM me, and I hope that instead of you drawing this out for another video, so that you can get more views, so you can profit more, so you can benefit more over this situation, this nothing burger situation, where you're trying to claim that you've got some things on me that have gone under the radar, like anything I've ever done has gone under the radar. I mean, take my pyro videos, take the things that Luke claimed about me, take my art drama, nothing I've ever done has gone under the radar. So, it seems really petty for you to try and dig up some kind of dirt that you don't even have on me, purely because I called you out on Twitter. I criticized you on Twitter, and maybe I have some bad tweets, I guess, I don't know, but apparently you've got dirt on me, so can't wait to see that, because you can't take criticism to the point where you have to slander someone and blast them in a video. But I don't know what exactly that video entails, so maybe it'll be a good video. I hope it will. I genuinely hope it will, but what I come to learn is a lot of people that make these videos with this intention don't go well. These videos never go well, because why would it go well if you're just going to make a video that's basically a hit piece on someone for criticizing you?
Oh, Harley, thanks for letting me, Mr. J, be in this video with ya. Kai and Omnia, I'll give you some friendly advice. I would advise against doing a video on Hopeless Peaches, or the Hopeless Peaches situation at all. Unless, of course, it's to apologize and, you know, permanently throw Prismate Luke under the bus. That's really your best option here. Daddy Luke is not around anymore, and I've noticed that your 2 videos on Peaches agreeing with him are still up. I apologize on behalf of my editor for the whole Black SpongeBob thing. And no, it's not blackface, it's black. There's no exaggerated black features. But Omnia, you made that thumbnail yourself. You did it intentionally, and it took you forever to change it. The tides of battle have turned, but I don't want this to keep going. I made a mistake, and I don't want you two to make the same one I did. I'm holding out an olive branch here, but this is the last chance I'm willing to give. I recommend taking it.
Kai, Omnia, talk this out in private. You're adults. You're not children. You're not in high school. You're not in a teen drama, you know? You can talk to people like regular humans, explain your thoughts, give your reasonings, and discuss with people and resolve issues. You don't need to turn this into some big public spat where you're gonna make videos on this person and blast them and blast them and blast them for views, monetary gain, and to discredit them. None of us needed to make videos about this, but now that you're making a video, I've had to make a video addressing my criticism to you so that you can't twist my words from my tweets out of context. I've made this video to clarify on my points so that if anyone, like you, tries to take my words out of context on Twitter because my tweets auto-delete, which means that I wouldn't be able to bring them back to you because I've had so many Twitter accounts suspended, I have to make this video so that I can explain my thoughts so that you can't twist my words and cut out context. Which sucks, it really does suck, but I've seen you do it with other people like Peaches, and I'm not having it happen to me. With that being said, hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more videos just like this one. As always, I'm HarleyTBS, a small YouTuber with 15k. If you're new to the channel, make sure to leave a like and subscribe as I post daily, and I'll see you next time. Hope you have a great day. Check out my other socials. Peace.
Says she wanna rock with it like me. I'm a stylish guy. Spend a little guap with it like me. We can catch a fly. Says she wanna rock with it like me.